What's up? I'm Noelle at Noelle's Notions, and this is Fame by the Flame with Broadcast.
Top shotter checking in.
All right, Broadcast. So this interview is going to get really deep and personal. Oh. Yes, and I know fans are excited to see a different side of you. Before we talk about your new stuff, which, by the way, fans, if you have not already seen his new music video, Problems, you're lame and you need to check that shit out.
Facts.
And you can get it on your Instagram. There's a link, right?
Yeah, it's a link right under my Instagram, right on the Instagram.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so now let's bring it back a little bit. So I want to talk about how you first got into music. I know that your brother was a big influence for you, but what other influences did you have going into the music scene?
Growing up, I listened to Lil Wayne, 50 Cent.
Shout out 50.
So I think like Wayne is like the master of all words. He has like the most wordplay, the most schemes, the most setups, and just his music is just there.
Yeah.
And it's like some of his stuff is just so far ahead of his time lyrically. We're not gonna care about it until we get there. And we're like, oh shit, this man was saying some crazy ass things.
Yeah, like hindsight.
Yeah, like you're gonna look like it's a lot of things like that. And then like with 50, it's like he brought the whole, like him and Nate Dogg brought that whole gangster melody thing to the industry. They made it all industry, and they're still talking about all of the gangster rap stuff that they said they didn't want to hear on the radio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they brought it there. They brought it to our radios, TV stations, everything. And it's just crazy to see gangster rap with the melody.
Yeah, well, they definitely made it popular and kind of shone light on a life that they were living that many other people didn't know about in terms of mainstream, you know?
Right.
That, like, now, listening back to that stuff, you're like, damn, that shit was, like, hardcore real life. You're like, but then girls in the club be, like, dipping low to it.
Right. Facts.
I know besides 50, your other influence was your brother, right? So you want to tell us a little bit about how he got you kind of introduced to the music scene?
Yeah, he was a DJ.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. And he DJ'd probably 6 to 7 times a week in the club, at the campuses, wherever, you know, they booked him. And he was just really big in our city, like Norfolk, Virginia. Shout out Norfolk. He was really big in our city with all the colleges and the clubs. And just seeing him wake up every morning and go mix or go make a new mix or try to put an instrumental to a new acapella, just trying so many different things, it just inspired me. I kind of got a little bit of jealousy.
Okay.
Like, damn, I want you to be spinning my records. I want to hear my records in the club. I've been in the club since I was 13, 14, 15, and 21 and up. So, like, I've always envied hearing myself in those places, spaces, and stuff. It's such, and that's a big reason why I don't party no more.
Yeah, 21 since you were 13, right?
Facts, yeah.
So do you think that, you know, you're talking a little bit about your brother and how, you know, what he was doing in the music really pulled him out of his circumstances, like, you know, just the community that he was in. Do you feel like it's done the same thing for you, the music? Yeah, music
put me on 2 world tours and brought me to Los Angeles. So I can't say that it didn't do that. It did all of that and some. So, like, yeah.
Well, and your 2 world tours, so you were in Canada in June and / July, and then the UK in October and November, right?
It was 23 dates apiece. This music, like on tour, is like work for me. It's like going to a 9 to 5. It's like, okay, we go to sound check. That's like the first half of work. And then you go do the show, and then after the show, I want food, weed, and a bed.
Yeah.
Because in 4 hours, we gotta go to the next city.
Yeah.
So there's no time in between, you know?
Well, I mean, a hustler is definitely running your family, you know, just like you and your brother. And it's funny because most people, they don't think artists work. It's like their job is working all the time. Like,
I personally would say that I've done more day-to-day work and more hourly work as an artist than I have ever done in my entire life.
Well, you're an entrepreneur, so you're essentially like having to work all hours of the day.
And promoting your business, everything.
Like you're never not working, essentially.
Especially with me being the brand.
Yeah.
That's what makes it even tougher. So I have to 110% believe in myself on everything I do.
Yep.
Because I represent me, and you know what I'm saying, I want me to be the best product possible. So.
Well, and even now we're in the studio / your bedroom, right?
So now the apartment 2 streets over, but
I just mean, you know what I mean, like you're like sleeping, working, eating, playing all in here.
If y'all could see what's on the other side of this camera, there's a couch, and I used to sleep on that shit every day. Every day.
Oh, man. Well, now that we kind of talked about your touring, right? You're now back in LA.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is where you're staying out. You got the LA Dodgers. Shout out Dodgers.
Yeah.
That's my team. I don't care.
That's dope. That's dope. Nah, shout out LA. I love LA, especially the culture.
Okay,
culture,
and so
yeah.
what's your favorite thing about it, or better yet, better question, what was the thing you're most shocked about when you moved? Because, like, I mean, I'm a Southern girl. I'm from Alabama. And when I moved to California, I know there's definitely a culture shock. So I imagine the same thing would happen from you.
Yeah,
coming from Virginia, coming all the way out here, you know?
But it was kind of easier. The transition was a little bit easier because I moved to Sacramento first.
Oh, okay. Yeah, shout out 916.
I moved to Sacramento first. No, for real. Shout out Sacktown. Y'all get it popping out there.
I know now that you have your family and your friends around you, right? And you got your fans. Yeah. And now let's talk about your flow. So I know that you started in hip hop, and maybe now you're looking to like blur those lines or transition.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. No. Yeah, I came into this thing as a rapper. Like, you know, I spent a lot of summers in Philadelphia. So I grew up on straight battle rap. So that's where I'm like come from.
So if I said let's battle, like do a battle rap line right now, would you?
I'm gonna hit you with the classic Wayne line. I'm not battling nobody. What he said? I'm not battling these niggas. I need that check. We want battle me for 100,000. We can talk about it.
All right, guys. Next one.
Nah, but so yeah, I battle rap you though. We can do that off camera though.
Yeah, because I'll slam.
You don't want, I don't need that type of bad publicity. But yeah, I started off a rapper, so that was my thing. Like, you know, that whole New York wave, that was me, because that's where I felt like I was growing up in it. And then, you know, Khan has this like way of changing all rappers into, I would say, like little superstars, little pop stars and stuff. You look at it, T-Pain.
Well, more like lyricists.
Yeah, like look at T-Pain. He came on as a full-blown Tallahassee rapper with the long Florida dreads, the really thick ones, everything, and Khan was like, auto-tune, blam, singer.
Yeah. That's true.
And that's literally what he did with me. I never used auto-tune in my whole entire life until literally, I would say 9 months ago. That was the first time I ever touched auto-tune, ever.
Wow.
And then, you know, just practicing and then falling in love. I fell in love with my voice, in a sense. You know what I mean? 'Cause I was like, damn, I don't
well, just know. Seeing yourself in a different light compared to what you've been doing.
For sure. That's definitely what made me think, like, damn, I can do this too?
Yeah.
Like, it's like finding a new skill. You kind of, like, you're so fascinated by the fact that, damn, I can do that too.
Yeah.
Like how you came here today. You came here all on your lows on one team, one army, one-man army, and you know what I'm saying? Now you see the full spectrum of skills that you can display. Well,
I definitely think it goes to show, you know, as an artist, when you push yourself and you have that outcome that's positive, it's like you then take that route. You're like, wow, okay, like check this off my box. I know I can do this.
Because I'm not afraid to experiment at all.
Which is what makes successful artists, you know, differentiate from those who don't rise up.
For sure, I'm definitely not scared to tell nobody that shit sucks. I'm serious. Like, I'm not afraid to experiment, and I'm all for pushing the culture. So
when can we hear this new experimentation? Like this new sound? Like when can fans
I want to drop that soon, actually, because I feel like Palms is such a street record. There's no radio record right now with my name on it. So it's like if I give them both, it's kind of like the same formula Drake uses. I hate to use that man's name, but or to say that man's name in an interview at all. But it's the same formula. He gives us a street record, and he gives us a fucking radio record every single time. This God's Plan, Look Alive. Every single time it's one or the other. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, I definitely think it's more about understanding the marketability of the music industry, and that it's like, you know, people who are in the music industry have that ear and are like, okay, this sounds good, that's shitty, right? And then the shitty stuff, you're like, but damn, like everybody else is gonna like that, you know? So it's like, it's kind of one of those things you gotta tell yourself, like, if I don't like it, it's probably gonna go platinum, you know?
No, but I realized that all the songs that I like, nobody gives a fuck about. The ones that I hate the most, like
everyone likes,
like they fucking love them, and it's so confusing to me because I'm like, yo, but what about that song? I put like 44 hours of recording into this one song, and y'all like that one I did in 5 minutes. But it's just let me know that, you know, I would say the listener likes more simplicity now. Yeah, for sure. It's not like 70 recording tracks of melodies no more. There's literally 2 tracks. It's the main vocal and the ad-lib. Like, that's it. Like, and it's flat, but I'm cool with that because I'm able to do all things, you know what I mean? Well,
I think it really just comes down to, as like an artist, especially like, you know, I listen to a lot of your stuff and talking about the stuff that you actually like too. And you know, with that kind of stuff, it's like that's your heart and your soul. Like you're telling like your actual story, like you know, like what went on in your life, where you see your life going, the relationships you may have had in the past, relationships you hope to have in the future, you know. And I feel like some people, because they have their own life going on. They're not able to connect to that level, which is why they like more of the simplistic stuff, because they don't have to think that hard to like it, you know? Whereas like a lot of the deeper stuff, in order to actually fully understand it, you have to really listen and like kind of like walk in that person's shoes a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like understand their life.
It's funny because I just did my first America shows out south at South by, and it was just like an exciting moment because it was like, okay, it's not 4,000 people no more. It's not 7,500 people crowds anymore. This is literally whoever the hell comes to this venue just happens to come. So it's first time in front of like a crowd like that. By the way, shout out Vets. Thank you for the opportunity and the sponsor. Shout y'all out for that. But it's just, it was like a crazy transition to see, okay, now I'm by myself.
Yeah, more an intimate venue.
And I had to figure out, okay, which way do I take? Do I want to sing to these people or do I want to rap and give them like a very hype like extensive show? And so what you're saying about stepping into somebody else's shoes, I had to step into the fans' shoes at that point, because they're not fans yet. They're just people coming to see who the hell's stepping on this stage.
You're trying to make them fans.
Exactly. So I had to step into their shoes, and I'm so used to coming out as soon as the water touched the people, it goes ballistic. The whole stadium, all 7,500 people go ballistic. I come and I'm looking at the crowd and I'm like, oh, I can't throw water on these people. Yeah. They are.
Like, these people are going to walk the fuck out.
Yeah, it's going to be a problem. So I had to really learn how to like control the crowd like far more. So I'm thinking that controlling 3,500, 7,000 people is hard. It's not, because that's all about energy. Energy transferred through somebody standing beside you. Somebody could be having a bad day next to you on the bus, and you could feel that. Yeah. So if everybody's excited in one venue, everybody's excited. But in this one, it's a little space between people, so the energy's not going to travel as easily. So I did the 2 rap songs, hit hard, but the singing is what caught them, because it slowed it down. I showed a side that obviously they didn't expect.
After you just
I just came on the stage. I got all of these tattoos tattooed on my face. I'm wearing all this jewelry, and then they're like, "Oh hell, this kid just started singing on us." Yeah. Like, so it's like, it was just a great learning experience.
So I know that you're a fan of your fans.
Oh, love them.
Right? Okay, so you want to tell us a little bit about like maybe like some of the stuff your fans say to you, or like, you know, things
Okay, so I have my DMs on private.
Okay.
So I don't really like seeing that type of, because sometimes you get negative energy, sometimes you get positive energy, but you know, lately it's been a lot of positive energy, and sometimes I get bored. It's like 3 or 4 in the morning. I'm like, man, who's in these DMs? Yeah. So I go read some of them, you know, 'cause I like reading. Yeah. And I'll go read some of them, and like, it's just, yeah.
Some shit they say.
It's like, all right, so it surprised me when like males be like, bro, I love you so much. Like, you inspire me to do this, that, and the third. And I'm thinking like, damn, little do you know, 9 months ago, I was in the same position as you. Yeah. I was literally saying this to myself, like trying to tell myself like, yo, you need to be an inspiration to people. You need to be something people could look at and buy your story. And that's just like, the men consistently give me that, like, yo, you inspired me to do this, or you inspired me to do this with my girl, or you inspired me to do this with my career, or whatever the hell they into. Women, I can't even speak on that. Why? Not because not to generalize women.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Not to generalize all women, but the women in that particular
who are sliding into your DMs.
Yeah, that particular
let's put that out there.
they are they're aggressive.
They're aggressive?
Nothing wrong with aggression, but it's just like, whoa. Like, some things are like, all right, so I got this one. So on stage, like in Canada, there was like a common problem. I wore a lot of sweatpants on stage. Okay. So they would like,
they try to pants you.
No, they were grabbing my meat. like, so one girl DM'd me like, yo, remember you smacked my phone out my hand because I was grabbing your dick.
And she was confused, like mad at you that you like touched her phone.
Right, she was mad at me that I smacked her phone out of her hand. And
she's grabbing your dick.
She's like, she's like full blown grab my meat. So she DMs me this, and I'm like,
she's like, remember you slapping my phone?
No,
like,
no, this is what she said. She said, yo, I loved your show, but you slapped my phone and broke it because I grabbed your dick. And I was like, well, this message just explained itself.
Yeah, you're like, that kind of sounds like a personal problem.
So I sent her my my tag. It's the TV emoji with the money flying out. So I sent her my tag, like, thank you. Like, but it gets crazy on the women's side. Like, men are always inspirational. There's a lot of haters, well, you know, we can't pay them no mind.
Well, I definitely think that the people who are reaching out to you through admiration, sense of like, you are putting out there that energy or that law of attraction that you want to build these relationships. So what you're getting back is those people who want to build off of that relationship you're trying to put out there and just support you and let you know that like you reach them on some sort of level, like whatever it was, like you said, whether it was like a relationship or their, you know, current like dreams and goals and aspirations. It's like you touch them in a way that makes them want to go out and be more, which is ultimately like, you know, you're saying like your goal as an artist. Yeah,
I think most people are attracted to me strictly out the fact I'm not bougie. Like I'm not one of these guys like, oh, I got all this bread, let's go spend $400 on steaks.
You're like, we gotta go to Trader Joe's.
I'm going to Trader Joe's. I'm going to Trader Joe's, Rouse. Yeah. We're going to the grocery store. I'll cook. I used to be a chef before this.
Okay. So that makes sense. So cooking, right?
Yeah. It all formulates in the same. So it's like, I don't, like, I just look at people and I don't judge. I pass no judgment on anybody. I don't care. I get a homeless man at the 7-Eleven that asks me for $1, the same exact respect that I would give to the Queen of England.
Yeah. Well, what is that saying? I forget who said it, but basically it's like you should always treat the doorman the same as the CEO. In the sense of like, you know, that respect should not be based on title. It should be based on just being a human being.
Righteous.
I know that you have some life experiences that maybe others don't. So what advice do you have for your fans out there, or maybe people who are looking to become like a future fan?
First, don't take anything for granted. That's like the number one thing. Don't take anything for granted, because as soon as you get it, it can be gone tomorrow. Yep. Everything, from beauty, cash, looks, everything. It doesn't matter. So that's the first thing. Well, nothing's guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed. That's the first thing I would say. Don't take anything for granted. Whatever you believe in, I don't care what anybody tells you. I don't care how dumb they say it is or how much sense it doesn't make to them. You don't have to make everybody believe your vision, because most people don't hop on the winning team until they win. You know what I'm saying? They don't hop on the bandwagon until the team wins. So for all the kids out there that's chasing whatever dream, you want to be a rapper, you want to be a singer, you want to do TV, whatever you want to do, even if you want to make YouTube videos, I don't care what nobody tells you. Just do it, and do it to the best of your ability, to the absolute best. Don't do it subpar, because you're going to get subpar results. Yep. If you do it to the best, you're going to get the maximum outcome. You know, you just kind of gave all, you know, a bit of yourself to your fans. I want to bring it back, though, to them giving a little bit to you by checking out your new video, Problems. And I know that's your first music video that you put out. First single ever released by me, And it's a dope video. You guys have to watch it. I like the fact that it tells a story. You know, it's not just some, like, chick shaking her ass. Yeah, but Joy, that's funny that you say that, because what's funny is I had a director here with me. His name Ian Hussey. He shot the whole video, helped me with everything for as far as directing and treatment. Yeah. You know. But Problems, it's like, it's my first release. So I was kind of nervous. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm in the NBA now, and this is my first game. That's how I look at all music. It's so synonymous, like the same as sports. Yeah. So it's like getting a record deal is like getting into the NBA. You got drafted to your first team. Yep. Now, your first tour and your first single album is like your first couple games or your first year in the league, you know? Yeah. So that's how I look at everything. Making a name for yourself. So with Problems is like my first time starting. Yeah. On an NBA team. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, damn, this is what it's like to start. Yeah. So, you know, shout out to the producers first, because they made the song. Like, I mean, I just said some words up there, if you ask me. Yeah. You know what I mean? They made the bop. It was Wave. That's Akon sign. Okay. Produced by Caliber. Okay. D. Will and Ill Gates. Those three are part of their own entity now, which is called Gross Guys. Okay. Gross Guys Studios. Yeah, they're pretty dope. I appreciate them because they allowed me to have my first record. You know what I mean? And thus such forth. And so with the video, how did you get the inspiration to shoot it, or was that something that the guys kind of like, hey, this is the vision we see for it? You know, how did that come to fruition? Everybody's first video is a performance video. Yes. Literally. I haven't seen one person come out with a video where it's like a storyline or whatever. They come out, perform the song, and then the shoot is done. They put 150 people behind them, two nice cars, a couple guns, and that's their video. Me, I wanted to go all the way there. I still exhibited, it showed every single thing that you see in a regular video. Yeah. I just put a storyline behind it so that people could have something to go back to. I want people to watch it again. Yeah. And try to figure out or see what they missed
Or like what was happening,
right?
Like, kind of like a episode of like CSI, or
yeah, like hold on, wait, how did he end up in the house? Or like, wait, I don't understand. So like most people's second time watching, they're like, holy shit, like bro, you did some whole next level stuff, and I'm like, nah, it's the same movie, it's just with my music behind it. It's just, I feel like all the movies that I haven't really seen a movie that storyline is any different from any other. It just takes place in a different place, and it just happens different. It's all about how they portray it through the visual. You know what I'm saying? So like with a song like Problems, I feel like that's one of my most ignorant songs, because I don't really make too much ignorant music no more, because I look at it like, I don't want to feed the streets. I want to take my people that's in the streets out the streets. Yeah. So I could spit all day about the things I've done there. They know that. Yeah. So it's like not benefiting. They're like, oh yeah, he did that. Yeah, he did that too. Damn, he did that too. Like, instead of just like giving them like a nod to, you want them I want them to understand that there's more out here than just something to nod to. There's more out here than something just to cook to. Yeah. Like there's bigger genres, there's bigger places, there's a lot of money to be made in different parts of the industry. Everything doesn't have to be straight street music. Yeah. And I learned that the hard way, actually. Because I was making so much street music, it's just like, damn. Just like saturated. This shit is saturated, exactly. And then I was like, okay, how long can I snitch on myself before they actually come get me? Yeah, straight up, pretty much. Man? So I just wanted to provide a different light. So like even my homies back at home, like some of the most hardest cats, they looking like, yo, you're singing, but this shit is hard, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, so it's like, so with Problems, they get the taste of an old me with a refreshed sound. And then now with the following drops, we'll come with some more, you know, I want to cater to everybody. Well, it's definitely broadcast refined. Yeah, it's definitely me on a whole new, I'm definitely more mature, I'm definitely a grown man now. My music, you can hear it, I'm talking about very adult things. More, not in Problems, but more on the newer stuff that's coming out. It's a lot of adult content, and like, it shows my progression as from a young man into a man in general. So that's what I'm excited for. Awesome. Well, I know that fans out there are going to be really excited to tune into that music video, as well as all the new stuff that you're putting out, and see you at Coachella, and a lot of big stuff that's coming up. So we'll definitely, everybody will have to tune in to broadcast. Ain't got no choice, actually. He's about to be taking over. I'm taking over. It's like anonymous. Except the rap version. Yeah, the rap version, right? Yeah. Well, broadcast, I just want to say thank you so much for being on Fame by the Flame. I really appreciate you, and I'm glad that we got to kind of like peel back the layers of like your life. Likewise, I appreciate you for pulling up. It's hard to get around here in LA through traffic. Yeah. I know, I didn't have that luck that you had at that 9 p.m. drive, right? Yeah, that sucked. that 9 p.m. drive was like special. It was meant for me to write that treatment. Yeah, well, universe provides for you, so. All right, fans. Well, tune in to broadcast. And again, I'm Noelle at Noelle's Notions, and this is Fame by the Flame with Broadcast. Top shot of checking out.